Have you ever wondered why the person who hurt you the most is also the one you can't stop thinking about? Why the one who left you feeling broken is still the one your mind drifts to at night? This isn't weakness. It's not stupidity. It's something far more human and far more disturbing. Because what you're feeling isn't love. It's a psychological trap, a loop wired deep into your nervous system, a pattern shaped by ancient instincts, wounded memories, and unconscious desires. And until you see it for what it is, you'll keep chasing people who make you feel small. Number 1. The hidden hunger. We crave what we didn't receive. If your earliest experiences with love were inconsistent, conditional, or confusing, your brain learned to confuse chaos with connection. This is what psychologists call intermittent reinforcement. It's the same mechanism that makes slot machines addictive. A reward that comes unpredictably is more compelling than one that's consistent. When a person is sometimes warm, sometimes distant, your mind locks in. You begin to wait for the high, hoping the next text, the next touch, the next glance will bring back that initial rush. But it never lasts. You know this, and yet you stay. Nietzsche once said, "We are unknown to ourselves. We knowers are strangers to ourselves." And it's true. Most of what we call choice is actually programming. So the question is, who wrote your code? Number 2, the scar of familiar pain. You see, the people we're most drawn to aren't always the ones who treat us well. They're the ones who make us feel familiar. Not happy, familiar. That feeling of chemistry you get when you meet someone who stirs something in you. That's not always a sign of destiny. Often, it's a sign of history. A sign that your nervous system recognizes the patterns of someone who mirrors your earliest wounds. The way they pull away when you need closeness. The way they criticize you with a smile. The way they make you feel like you're never quite enough. These are echoes. Echoes of how love first felt. Bonhoeffer wrote, "The test of the morality of a society is what it does for its children." But what about the morality of the child, now trapped in an adult body, who never felt safe enough to trust love that didn't hurt? Number 3, the addictive allure of control. Here's a truth that's hard to hear. Some of us fall for unavailable people because they give us a sense of purpose. Trying to win them over makes us feel powerful. Trying to earn their love becomes a mission. But this isn't strength. It's desperation wearing a costume. Machiavelli wrote, "Men desire novelty to such an extent that those who are doing well want change as much as those who are doing badly." In the realm of love, this craving for novelty often becomes a craving for struggle. We mistake turbulence for intensity. We mistake anxiety for passion. But what we're really doing is trying to control the uncontrollable. If we can make them stay, make them see us, make them change, we get to rewrite the story. We get to prove we were lovable all along. But love is not earned through pain. Number 4, Plato's cave of love and illusion. In Plato's allegory of the cave, prisoners live their whole lives chained, watching shadows on a wall, believing them to be reality. Only when one prisoner escapes and sees the world outside does he realize the truth. Most of us live in an emotional cave. The shadows on our walls are projections, fantasies, fears, and childhood longings we haven't yet questioned. When you chase someone who hurts you, you're not chasing them. You're chasing the shadow of approval, the illusion of being chosen by the person who keeps rejecting you. You don't want them to love you. You want them to validate the version of you that never felt seen. But here's the twist. Even if they did, it wouldn't heal you, because the wound was never about them. Number 5, the myth of the savior lover. We grow up on stories. Stories of the one, of love that redeems, of someone who will finally make everything feel okay. But Nietzsche warned us, he who has a why to live can bear almost any how. And many of us have made that why another person, a savior, a soulmate, a fantasy of rescue. So we endure mistreatment. We romanticize pain. We wear our suffering like a badge of loyalty. But real love doesn't demand that you bleed to earn it. It doesn't come dressed as chaos, silence, or cruelty. It comes quietly, steadily, safely, and it starts with you. Number 6. Why you must break the pattern. You will repeat what you do not repair. This is not just a quote, it's a law of human psychology. The brain's deepest urge is not happiness, it's familiarity, even if that familiarity hurts. But you can choose something different, not by waiting for the right person, but by becoming the version of you who no longer craves broken love. It starts with noticing the pull, sitting with the urge to reach out, recognizing that longing isn't love, it's memory dressed in desire. And slowly, you unchain yourself from the cave, from the code, from the lie that love has to hurt. Number 7. The choice that changes everything. Here's the hardest part. Healing is boring. No grand gestures, no emotional highs, no chaos, just boundaries, honesty, peace. And after a lifetime of romanticizing pain, peace will feel like emptiness. You'll miss the adrenaline. You'll doubt the calm. You'll want to run. But stay. Stay long enough to discover that love doesn't need to feel like survival. That attraction doesn't need to be anxiety in disguise. That you are not broken, you are programmed. And now you're writing new code. Conclusion, a final truth. The people who hurt us are not always villains. They are mirrors, messengers, warnings. They show us the parts of ourselves still starving. And until we face that hunger, we will feed it with poison and call it passion. But you don't have to keep doing that. You can walk away from the familiar pain. You can sit with the silence. You can let love find you in peace, not in pieces. Because the person you've been waiting to be chosen by is you.